What's up? What's up? What's going on? Get things shared up real quick. Let's get things shared up. We got Bobby Porter's news today, man. Bobby Porter's news today. Yes, we do. Pin this post here. Bang. Pin that. Mm-hmm. Share it out here to Facebook and things like that real quick. Um, what up, Pat? What's going on? Pat, you must got, I don't know, you must got different hours or something. You must got different hours or something. Or I don't know what. Just share it out real fast. We kind of like did a little mini, you know what I'm saying, yesterday. So kind of looked over some things yesterday already. So I didn't have to do too much extensive outside of waiting for news, stuff like that. But 130p too. Also, I thought you was on 12s or something. That must be long over with now. I don't know what I thought, bro. You know, some of this. Well, I'm a little bit. I work a few more hours after that, more than you. But yeah. So, um, yeah, 9 games, bro. 9 games, man. Yesterday, only. What happened yesterday? Oh, we did that. Oh man. Shout out to the 10.5 rebounds and assists. That cash, but everything else did not cash. Missed on hooks and all types of stuff, man. Straight up, that was crazy. It was only one game yesterday, so it is what it is. Nobody wants to lose money, but I actually lost money yesterday, and it is what it is, right? Cashed the threes, but still ended up being the loser. I ain't even gonna lie. Uh, that was Saturday, but no more Saturdays because my company wants to cut back on overtime. I feel you. I already know what that shit means, so it is what it is, I guess. All right, well, let me see something here. Took an L yesterday. Hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, right? We got what? I think it's 9 games. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 games today. Um, don't know how I feel for some of these teams coming off their first game. Like I felt like yesterday, I felt like Williams supposed to got that double double. I took an L on that. I really thought I felt like he's supposed to got it. Whether it was conditioning or whether it was conditioning or uh, I don't fucking know, man. Rotations, what I don't know, right? Mark Williams, I felt like he's supposed to got there for us. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, today is a pretty it's okay a nice slate, right? We did do a brief look over the slate yesterday. Uh, I'm still staying with some of the plays that I liked yesterday, and I got some of that stuff over here in the fold over here, right? So checking out, yeah. So Yes, he did struggle beyond the arc, but I felt like the raw points were the way to go. Who I didn't bet on, Bridges. Mello came on late, and then Bridges he came out with a vengeance, right? So uh, it looks like Bridges going to keep his usage up high no matter what. So I'll keep that and make that a mental note, right? It's looking like somebody like Williams will be the third option over there, like or at least the third highest usage player over there, something like that. So that's you live and you learn, right? First game on the docket, Boston Celtics at Philadelphia 76ers. I didn't pinpoint one prop or nothing like that, but um, the points prop for somebody like uh, Joel Embiid is always in play at a 26 and a half. I like it, right? Didn't get to the window on it, but I definitely like it. Couldn't talk off the points for Jason Tatum. Those are some plays that I definitely do like, right? Was looking over at I was looking at in some shape, form, or fashion. I was looking at and Jalen Brown and I was looking at Jalen Brown and the point guard, whatever his name, right? So it's a few things that I was looking at. I can show you guys real quick. Um, Pat said I had Rui threes, Reeves rebounds, Williams rebounds, and Bridges rebounds altered at 6. Bridges was the only one that hit on sleeper. I feel you on that. I feel you. What's the word, my guy? Luca almost got the triple double, but he didn't. He don't seem to fit for that team. He just looked off when he played. I don't know what it is. It's so early. It's early, right? I needed to check the usage of what went on that game because I didn't watch it, but Luca just they need to figure it out. Luca just needs to know that he's able to handle the whole thing, right? He needs to understand that, and getting used to playing with LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who could do a lot of different things. He just got to get used to that, right? LeBron's still out there going 100 miles an hour. That shit crazy as fuck, but it is what it is, right? He just got to know it, right? Um, um, yeah, I mean, I don't, I don't know. They'll figure it out. Coaches and things of that nature, they'll figure it out. They will figure it out. So Derek White, like we were saying yesterday, right? Derek White seems to be in a good spot, but I'm not betting on him. I haven't bet on him yet. But if you really want to get to the points prop, be my guest. Yeah, LeBron is trying to set records, but hey, I don't know what to say. But hey, shooting guards versus this team, as you can see over here on the defensive side of things, here there is pretty much a decent amount of green here, so you can see right off the bat that some of these guys here are in the green, like Derek White. So if you choose to take advantage of this situation, I couldn't talk you off of it. Did I bet on anything Derek White? No. Points prop, I can see him getting to his points prop at least up to 15, 14 and a half right there. I know it probably opened up at 13 and a half, but as you can see, there's green there, right? Especially in the last 6 games there. Shooting guards are averaging around 23 points in the last 10 games there. There's some guys that have been getting busy, right? D'Angelo Russell had 22, 23 for Emmanuel Quickly, Dame Lillard at 43. Um, I don't know why Malik Beasley is right there, but Tyler Hero 30 and Kyrie Irving 34. So on and on, so on and so forth. Head to head versus Philly. As you can see, Derek White have had some pretty good games. One, two, three, 4, 5 of his last 6 games, he's went over this number. This team is pretty healthy, right? So, if you want to get to his points prop or something like that, I'll add it to the section. But like I said, I didn't get to it. I just don't want to get burned right now. And unless there were some type of injuries, that's when I really, 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 play these guys. It's just sometimes, sometimes things can get weird. Now, if it's a 3 point prop, I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to bet threes here. And right now, Derek his threes are sitting at a parlay piece at 2.5. He's hit 5 threes versus this team in back-to-back games. And as you see over the course of the last 5 games, guys have been going ballistic from beyond the arc, right? Versus this team. I mean, uh, damn, that's crazy. Three threes for man, 9 for 19 for Beasley, like 8 for 15 for Dame Lillard. So if he's getting anywhere between 9 and whatever threes, 8, 7, 8 threes, his 2.5 threes are in play, which were in play either way it goes. So you could look at his points, you could look at his threes and or combos. Uh, these guards are in good spots. Just put it like that. There's a couple guys that are in good spots here, right? As you can see, those combos. It's just been the last 5 games, right? One, two, three, four, 5, 6 games here. Teams, well, they've just been getting busy, man. 8 of the last 10 in each and every last combo category right here. Guards been getting busy, right? So guards been getting busy. We already know that. Even if you want to look at the defense first position, if you look over the course of the season, right now, Philly Green versus the point guard position, right? So it is what it is. Moving along to Drew Holiday. As you can see, he's got a decent hit rate on his rebounds at 3.5 at minus 140. He's already hitting this number at 7 of his last 10 games. Over here, guards hit this number 6 of their last 10 versus this team, and versus Philly, he has hit this number 7 of his last 9 games. Along with the 3 pointers, has been looking good at 6 and 9, and then the points at 8.5. He's hit this number in 8 of 9. Right. I don't know which one of these, how aggressive he's going to be or anything like that. Remember, he missed a few games, hasn't played since February 4th. So, it is what it is, right? I'm looking at his rebounds, though, for sure at 3.5. Was definitely something that I was looking at. Something that's, I ain't going to say low effort, but, doesn't have to take many shots to just go out there and get the rebounds, right? That's something that you can definitely probably look at. I was going to probably take a look at the rebounds and assists, but he's hitting this number at 5 of his last 10 games, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Points plus rebounds is one he's got a better hit rate on in his last 10. Looking at the guards and stuff like that, numbers versus these guards, guards have hit this number, 50% of the time over here versus this team when it comes to combo section. Am I going to go here? Probably not. I might go for a rebounds or something like that. Those are the ones that kind of like caught my eye. I don't have to keep going on and on here. I did look at Jaylen Brown though. Jaylen Brown, his rebounds could have stood out to me as well, right? He's hit this number 6 of his last 10 games. Versus Philly, he's rebounding the ball a little bit better, where he's got a 7 of 10 hit rate there. And the threes have been, last few games, the threes have been there for him. So, um, you know, the rebounds, though, I can add that over there. 5.5 rebounds are interesting, right? Because um, the rebound here, last 10 games, the 5.5 rebounds to small forwards, they've been giving it up. And, let me see. No, you know what? I have a filter here, so I'm sorry. But the filter is, I was looking at points. I was trying to get to the points. He's hit this points prop between 6 of his last 10 games versus Philly, and his points prop in general is 6 of his last 10 games in general. So what I was doing here, I was actually messing with the filters. It's going between 13 and 17 field goal attempts. Guards who's taking at least 13 to 4 to 17 field goal attempts to be exact. Um, they've hit their rebound prop in 9 of their last 10 games, right? So uh, you could probably also look at that for just the minutes, right? So let me see. If I take that filter down and I just go to 32 minutes, let's try 32 minutes. Let's just try, hmm, let's try, because I do know minutes equal opportunity, right? So let's go between 30 and 35 minutes. 30 and 35 minutes, right? Mm. So that didn't come to fruition. Mm. These filters, they work wonders, man. Cause I had it between, I had it between 13, I had it between field goal attempts. I had it between 13 and 17. So I want to know what the difference is, right? Let me see, 13 and 17 field goal attempts. And the rebounds bolstered. Why? I don't know, right? Uh, Interesting though. All this year, one, two, three, four, three straight games. This is interesting, man. It's interesting. It's just interesting. These people played 32, 29, um, 37, 21 minutes. Mm. What other discrepancies are there that I'm missing? That I'm missing? I don't know. But you play with these filters, you can come up with some shit, man. Straight up. Dom, what's up with it? What's going on? Cash on Lucas, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Tonight looking real good. What you like? What you like? Got a lotto cooked up. I'm gonna send it to you for sure, for sure. I'm with that. I'm with that. So that's what popped for me, right? With Brown, right? Just somehow when I filtered it to between 13 and field goal attempts, three straight games, people hit their rebound prop this year, and over the course of the year, last year I can't go look into that too much, right? So I'll take that down. It is in play though. Jason Tatum on paper though, he's got one of the good matchups as we seen yesterday. Philly has presented themselves to be a good matchup for power forwards. As you can look at the top there, numbers are green, and he's historically got pretty decent numbers versus this team as well. So, it is what it is, right? Um, Moving along to the Grizzlies and Indiana Pacers here, just pointing out some spots that look good that I probably haven't gotten to. Truth be told, right? I haven't gotten to. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and just off sheer just looking. Let's see. Maybe how about we just look at my slips over here. So, Jaren Jackson Jr. There was a multitude of things that looked good for him and John Morant, right? Lately, the three ball, the last five games, guards are over their three ball versus this team in the last five games. You know what I'm saying? So lately, they've been giving up the three. As you can see here, four of their last five games, uh, point guards have been hitting four threes or more versus this team. This is the last five games here. Um, Looking at the assist prop here, um, for their last five games, people guards are under the over the assist prop, and that's that, right? Head to head versus Indy, um, head to head versus Indy. Um, John Morant, he's over assist prop in every game versus them, and like I said, we looked at it yesterday. Looking at point guards versus this team here over the course of the season, they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and giving up assists to the point guard position. And they're giving up at least three threes to the point guard position as well. And if you want to look at what's been going on lately, we can look at the last, 8, 9, 10 games. Let's see. Indy, the last 7 games, Indy been probably, they're green in points at 30 points Assists are green, rebounds are green, potential assists are green, and 3 pointers are green, right? We just seen that. We just seen that. You want to move it out a little bit more? Um, we go back to 6 weeks there. Um, Indy, number two, it's still green in the points. Assists are green, double digits, and things like that. So, you know, John Morant is in a good spot. Okay, talking about guys that's in a good spot right now. I'm kind of hesitant right now because it's kind of hesitant right now because it's the first game back for a lot of these teams, and I just don't wanna. I don't wanna force anything. These guys out there playing sluggish. I could be not hallucinating, but I could be overthinking shit as well, right? Who else did I have for the side for this game? Um, just basically going down the line, truth be told, Desmond Bain, Desmond Bain was in a good spot here. Looking at Desmond Bain, you can see what he's been doing his lately. The points, he's been smashing it, as you can see right there. Last 10 games, he's averaging 20.8. His points props in at 19 and a half. So I couldn't talk you off his points. The threes, he's hit his threes in 4 of his last 10 games, and the rebounds sitting at 7 of his last 10. You can also look at some combos for him, right? You can see the combo section has been pretty green for him, right? Throughout his last 10 games. The PRAs, um, 9 of his last 10, 7 of his 10 for rebounds and assists, 8 of 10 for points plus rebounds, and then 7 of 10 for the points plus assists, right? I need to refilter this to the last 10 games over here for Indy. And, you know, I could probably work a few filters out and just see how things have been going. But I do, since we coming back off the All Star break or whatever case may be, I will look at pace and things just to get us back acclimated and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, about what's been going on and seeing you know who's been doing what. So pace wise on the season, Memphis Grizzlies still number one, right? Um, and Indiana Pacers, they just been creeping on up. Indiana Pacers are number six in pace. So it's a lot. It's going to be a pace up matchup here. Um, and you know, those are rebounds, assist opportunities. So, like I said, I did put Ja Morant. Like I said, Ja Morant hit his assist prop in every game so far since four, probably like 4 or 5 straight games straight. I can't talk you off his assist prop today. I'm trying to look at it as you can see, Indiana Pacers, they creeping up, you know, getting faster. Um, that's all single segment. How about the last 5 games here? Indy and pace. Last 5 games, middle of the pack. But Memphis just keeping their foot on the gas, right? They still rolling, right? Top three all season long, no matter how you look at it, right? Number two, Indiana in the last 10 games, number six. So it is what it is, right? So the pace is there, could and should be there. Um, so I just, man, I'm gonna have to look at this total one more time. I needed to see where it opened up at, but damn, it's at 250. Wow. Mm, mm. Let me see something, man. This game pace is at 250, bro. Wow. Yeah, Triple J rebounds and threes. I definitely points, rebounds, and threes for sure. Yep. I had it set to the side too. Triple J. Let's see something though, man. Over under. Let me click over under, right? So Doink has a lot of different stuff here, man. You know that you can look into. Team props. Mm. So you can filter by spread, by over under, with players, without players. They got the first quarter, second quarter, mm, second half team total points, fourth quarter, third quarter, first half team points. And you can see how they've been doing, and you can do at Indiana and on the road. So you can see how they've been doing things. That's interesting, right? Sides, let's see. Spread and money line, right? So you got against the spread, close the spread if they covered. If they covered, over under, win loss, margin, score differential, first quarter win loss, second quarter win loss, and margin, first half win loss record and margin, win loss for the third quarter, second half. And then you got opponents, so on and so forth, right? So if you like to bet sides, totals, and things like that, they got you covered, bro. And you got the overview, right? The spread, the over under, the money line, everything. Team totals, like they got everything here, bro. And get the hell out of here! You got to be crazy. Damn, that's crazy. Let's go, Fox. Let's go, Fox, and the rest of these boys, right? That's crazy. Mm, mm, mm. I should have went smash Fox points and Vasil. Mm. Let me see something. I should have smashed that shit this morning. All right, wait a minute. Let me see something, man. I should have. I didn't know Wimby was even out. I would have took that 23 or whatever. Now it's at 25. That shit was at 23 yesterday. I can't take it at 20. I can. Fuck, that's crazy. All right, so look, let's run it back. Long story short, what this gonna end up being, I don't know. It might end up being the same game parlay atmosphere, but I mean, it is the same game parlay atmosphere. It is the same game parlay atmosphere here, man. Long story short, it's a lot of plays here. It's a lot of plays that could get there. That's what's pushing this to a same game parlay atmosphere for me, man. Um, it's a lot of plays that, like I said, that can get there, right? The ones that I just looked at, I mean, like I said, with a 250 over under here, uh, come on, Doink, come on, Doink, because I done been going for 30 minutes already. Okay, like I said, with a 200, there's a possible that, it's possible that, you know, John Morant can hit his assist prop, right? Point guards right now, his number's been fluctuating between 6.5 and 7.5. Point guards has hit this number versus 6.5 versus this team and 9 of the last 10 games, right? Desmond Bain, he's just been a wagon, right? He just keep on going. He's been a wagon, so some shape, form, or fashion. His points look like it's been look like something that he can probably hit there. Um, Wells, I probably won't be betting on Wells. Jaron Jackson, right? So uh, power forwards have been hitting you can see right here, power forwards have been hitting rebounds props versus this team. Right now, his rebound prop is sitting at 6.5. He hasn't hit this number in general, but versus Indiana, for some reason, he rebounds a little bit better versus this team. He's hit this number 5 of his last 10 games, and then power forwards has hit this number 7 of the last 8 games. I mean, 8 of the last 10 games. I don't think I'll be betting it, but he's in a good spot. Okay, you could also look at his threes, where he's hit this number in 3 of his last 5 games, and 5 of the last 10 they've given that number up. Um, Edie, right? Centers are in a good spot here, but the number is so low, so the numbers can be misconstrued. It's hard for me to trust Edie. Tyrese Halliburton, I don't know, man. I've been doing good without betting on him. You want to bet on him, get to him. Be my guest. This is interesting. Nimhart and Snake Smith, these two guys here are interesting, right? With a 250 total here, these I can see instances where these guys can get there. Yesterday it opened up at 9.5. It's at 10.5 now for Nimhart. Um, just looking at this line, I mean they're giving up 18 points to this slot here. He's not the highest usage player, but if he can get up 8 to 10 shots, I think he can get there, right? And the pace should be there, so it's probably indicated that he probably could get there. He played these guys. They played against these guys on the first. He got up 11 shots. He ended up getting there, right? Rebounds and things of that nature, I probably wouldn't look at it. Small forwards, versus this team, small forwards are in an okay spot. I want to say Memphis, number one, giving up points to the small forward position on the season. So, and rebound chances are up, threes, potential assists, and 3-point attempts to the small forward position. So, just looking at the small forward position has been a spot where they've been, semi-vulnerable at, right? Hasn't faced this team this year, but Aaron Naismith uh, hit his points prop 3 of straight games, and then his rebound prop is sitting at 2.5. That's very interesting at a parlay piece with a 250 total, and there's instances where he could probably get there. Don't know what the minutes allotment's been like lately. I'll take a look, but um, he's hit this number only, I mean, 6 of his last 10 games, but the usage is down. Not the highest usage player, but the rebounds is the one that's kind of interesting, right? Just minutes equal opportunity. He hasn't been playing a lot, but you know, you might get extra added shots, extra added opportunities to get the rebounds. So two and a half rebounds, like wherever book you can find this on, if you want to use it as a parlay piece or something like that, be my guest. Like I say, he's 6 of 10 to this number. You never know, right? You never know. I'm not a big fan of James Jackson Jr. in the rebound category and stuff like that. So like that could be done. That could be definitely done. I'll put this over as a lean. Not really, going there, whatever the case may be. But I'll put it over there as a lean. Okay. Um, this Cleveland game was not a game that I was really onto, man. Truth be told, I just tell you, you like Mobley, he's in a good spot, right? I like the spot for Mobley. Couldn't talk up the spot for uh, Allen either, but I'm just, it's a pace down matchup here. What I'm saying on the season here, I mean, you can look at the last 10 games for pace. Um, Brooklyn Nets bottom of the barrel, right? Playing so slow, you know what I'm saying? And also during the course of the whole season, when you're looking at pace here, pace, I'm pretty big on space. Pace and Brooklyn Nets, they just been playing at a snail's pace, right? So that can help you out with some of your research or whatever the case may be. Just think these guys are playing at a snail's pace, okay? Um, the Bulls and the Knicks, right? So yesterday we looked at Brunson rebounds at 2.5, right? Precious Achiuwa enters the chat with with no with no oh shit, Josh Hart, and then historically Karl Anthony Towns murders these Bulls, right? So um, I want to say the Bulls won the last two games versus this team. So they should be really looking to smack the Bulls, right? Uh, so they should be looking to smack the Bulls. The Bulls have beat these guys twice, but Karl Anthony Towns has been going ballistic versus these teams. And I want to say Vucevic had himself a couple double doubles in back-to-back game. Um, 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 let's see. Josh Giddey's played well in this matchup, but um, I'm not going overboard today, right? Vucevic is the guy that I'm just having trouble, I'm having trouble trusting Vuce right now. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say about him. I'm having trouble. I got trust issues with him right now. Over the course of the season, you guys know I never had any trust issues with him. But lately, since he hasn't got traded, I got to keep one eye open on him, right? One eye open on him, right? So Bulls beat these guys in back-to-back games this year, so that's one thing there. Vucevic came with a double-double back-to-back games versus this team as well. Um, smaller teams, so I expect extra rebounds to go around. So Jalen Brunson, like I said, the Bulls at this 3.5 line, they're giving up this line at 9 of the last 10 games to point guards, and Jalen Brunson, they opened up at 2.5 yesterday. Now it's up to 3.5 at plus 130. Head to head versus the Bulls. Um, Head to head versus the Bulls, he's hit this number here in the rebound category, 3 of 9. But it opened up at 2.5, and he hit the 2.5, and let's see, 7 in his last 10 games. So if you want to go down to 2.5 for a parlay piece where it opened up at, be my guest. Four rebounds for him will get you a plus 130 on one of these books, and that's pretty good value for somebody that's going to be out there a ton, right? Looking at his lines in general, in general, he's hit this rebound line only 2 of his last 10 games at 4, but 1, 2, 3, 4 is 10 lately, right? So, and that's about it. I mean, Precious Achua, you can take a look at, you get a double double for Precious Achua at plus money. But the next play that I was looking at here was pretty much all things cat, right? Just cat, whatever you want to look at. One that played out that kind of looked sexy to me was his assist prop. Looking at the Bulls here, how bad they are versus the centers position here. You can take a look here. The Bulls. Let's see. Right now, 21 points. Getting a little bit better, but they're not good, right? Assists, they averaging 4 assists. Potential assists are up 1.5 3 pointers made, right? Almost 1.5. By 1.3, they're giving up the second most threes to the center position, eclipsing Detroit. So, it is what it is. And then historically, it's Karl Anthony Towns just likes to beat up on my Bulls, right? So, looking at Karl Anthony Towns here uh, versus the Bulls, uh, um, last time they played, he had 5 assists. And this Bulls team is going to be small. And he's got 33 points or more in his last 3 games, right? Two of these games here were L's. Actually, all 3 of them were L's, right? Versus the Bulls. But these two here were with the Knicks, and both of these were L's and 46 and 44 points right there. So the Bulls, Bulls gonna look to continue to beat up on these boys, but at the end of the day, I don't think it. I don't think it happens. This is double revenge spot here, so it is what it is, right? Karl Anthony Towns, any and everything you want to look at, right? Three threes are better in each game versus this team. Everything Karl Anthony Towns is on play. He's the thumbnail, right? So it is what it is, right? You can figure it out however you want to look at it. Okay, Atlanta and Atlanta and uh, the Magic's here, and it's right now looking at this game here. It's only Franz and Paulo for me, man. You know, I'm gonna just save some breath here. It's only Franz and Paulo for me in this game. Um, that's who it's gonna be, right? I'll stick to the highest usage players here, and I'll roll with it. I think you can bet both of their points, and one of them guys will get there, right? Paulo at 24 and a half, and then Friends at 27 at 27 and a half. I think you can bet both of them and one of them get there, if not both. The usage is through the roof, especially when it comes to these pace up matchups. A lot of possessions. That's when France definitely starts to take flight on a lot of shots when they get a lot of possessions. If you want to, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out if I'm not even gonna bet on him, right? So he can go out there and do whatever the fuck he want to do. But I'm looking at the small forwards and I'm looking at the small forwards points wise. Um, uh, Orlando, hmm, Orlando. So maybe that was as of late, right? So as of late, let's go last 4 weeks. Oh, I got you. Right after this game, I'm finna review this bet that um um Dom tossed in there for us, right? So last month, Orlando, been in the green in the points, right? That's since Paulo came back and Franz came back. They they ain't been good defensively in that area, right? So that's one thing that you want to take heed to, but I don't know who's going. I mean, I can't trust. I don't know if I can trust. I can't trust him. I can't trust. I can't trust what's going on in Atlanta right now, man. In those positions, I'll just sit back and watch. But that'll be somebody like Reese Shea, or I don't even. I couldn't even tell you, right? So let this load up for a second. While that's loading up, I will come over here and check out the messages here from my boy Dom. Um, My boy Dom did he dropped the parlay here, right? So um he's got an 11 leg banger here, right? You could probably drop a link for me. I put at least I know I'll put a buck or two, three, four, $5 on this or something. But 4 threes for Maxi, three for Peyton, two for Wells, um, Janet Jackson Jr. 7 boards, three threes for Kobe, 8 assists for Brunson, and Paulo 25, Levert 4 assists, Beal 21 PRAs, 21 and a half PRAs. Paul over 8.5 points. I like that play. Um, Murray over 20 points there, right? 10 bucks, 7,000. I like it better than the lottery. Um, I like it better than the lottery, bro. Straight up. You can't hit it. I don't mind this, man. You take a swack at it. How else you gonna hit it? You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind that. How else you gonna hit the lottery? You know. So you guys want to take a look at that? There you go, right there. Bang, right? So we'll get back to where we were here. Mm-hmm. Get these notifications. mm. Norman Powell not questionable. Y'all already know what that is. Norman Powell questionable. Got to start looking at James Harden right away, and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. But uh, Zachary Risache, he did go under last time these two teams played. I just can't, right? I can't, right? So it is what it is. It's Paulo or whatever for me, right? Um, we just got the Bobby Portis news. He'll be out for what 25 games, and that's unfortunate, right? That's unfortunate. So waiting for these numbers to pop up here. Um, I mean, I'll be looking at Kuz numbers, so I'm waiting on Kuz at least his rebounds to pop out here. ABC don't know if he's gonna play. If ABC doesn't play, then Dame, Dame time is Dame time for me. Um, James Harden, he's played well versus this Milwaukee team. Um, he's got some decent numbers here, and as he just gave these guys 40 last time. I think it was 40 and what? So the lines must have gotten snatched down, right? That's what happened. The lines got snatched down because of the because of the uh, Norman Powell news, probably. So we don't see any lines right here on joint. So that's probably what happened. But he did just have 40 and 9 versus this team, along with how many threes? He had four threes. So it is what it is. And I did not know that. Big Bang say Harden need 19 for 27K points. So definitely be looking at Harden to pull the trigger here. Let's look and see if on the books this is locked up. They snatched some of these guys down. They snatched them guys down. Now, just to take a look, just take a gander here. I mean, Harden obviously his usage is going to go up. That's one thing, right? Um, Brooke Lopez. Brooke Lopez, historically versus this team, the rebounds. His rebounds sitting at 4.5. He's hit this number in four of his last 5 games. It's a shame we debating this, right? For a 7 footer to have to, but he's just allergic to rebounding, bro. So, um, you know, and with Bobby Portis out, I feel like he's gonna have to be out there a little bit. Well, he's gonna be out there regardless, right? He's just going to be planted down there. So, I'm going to have to add this to the. I'm going to have to add this. The rebounds there. I'm just going to have to, because he's going to have to do something, man. You're going to have to do something, Brooke. Straight up. You're going to have to do something. So, it is what it is. Even if I take it at 4, you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to do something. So that's that, right? But Kyle Kuzma, I'll be looking at Kyle Kuzma for sure. Rebounds, I want to see what his rebounds come out at. If it comes out at a 6.5, don't know how I feel about that. But I got a feeling it's gonna come out at 6.5. He's probably gonna see a small bump in points. So with no, so we'll see, right? Kyle Kuzma, he's gonna get a bump there. We're gonna cook up in a second. I'm cook something up in 1 second, man. Mark Williams was disappointing me yesterday, but I don't think I'm not opposed to going back to the well here, from beyond the arc here, and LaMelo Ball, man, this is a back to back. Don't know if he plays. If he plays, I like him. Just plain and simple. If he plays, I like him. Points, whatever, man. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy, bro. That was crazy. But if Lamelo goes today, I like him. I like him. I still like him. Glad I didn't take the under on his on Nick Smith's field goal attempts because he was out there shooting, right? Um, we don't have Melo lines out. He's probably going to be out. So this is a front end, a second, back end of a back to back, and uh, um, Denver they have a hard time Denver they have a hard time putting people away, putting them to sleep, right? They got a hard time putting people to sleep, putting teams to sleep, and this could be one of those games where, like, a backdoor cover or something like that. But they get up, but they ain't been able to put teams to sleep. I had lost a few dollars on the band, so I know. So uh, if that guys like Nick Smith Jr. would get a bump if there's no Lamelo Ball, and I don't see anything on FanDuel for Mark Williams, so he doesn't have any lines. Last time these teams played, he had like 20 rebounds, so he could be in play. Okay, let me see. Russell Westbrook, Murray. So I'll be looking at the triple double line for Joker. Even if you want to use it as a parlay piece, if that's what it is, rebounds for Mark Williams, at least rebounds for Mark Williams. Bridges should have all the usage in the world, and uh, Josh Green didn't even get there yesterday, boy. He did not get there. And Nick Smith Jr. would be interesting. He would be interesting. He did have 19. He went 5 of 8 versus his team. I do not. I'm not a big fan of the backcourt defense here. So Nick Smith Jr. at 12 and a half points at plus money would be interesting. Okay, and or his threes. You get 2.5 threes from him at plus 126. Uh, I'll set that to the side just in case there's no just in case there's no Mellow, right? Because he's gonna come out there and do what Melo does, right? Do what Melo does. Without Melo, uh, he's gonna chuck it up. So let's see. Without Ball, this thing is so laggy, bro. Oh my god. They do got Alfred Payton too. I forgot. I forgot they do got Alfred Payton. So since in February, where he kind I felt like he got kind of comfortable here. Now I wouldn't have bet on him versus Orlando anyway, but versus Denver without Melo, he hit five threes. Washington four threes, Milwaukee four threes, and we right back facing Denver again. So I won't mind going right back to the well again at two and a half threes or his points prop, and then I'll be sitting there waiting to live bet his points just in case he start cooking, right? Just in case he start cooking. Don't know how Denver's gonna roll things, play things, but if I'm not mistaken, where's Porter, Murray, Westbrook, Williams? Okay, so they must got him on the bench. Braun probably could cook too, man. Brown probably would cook too in this spot. But don't know how they're gonna run a rotation. I guess Westbrook will be back here, but versus Charlotte, he did get him 24 points. Uh, he's been averaging 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His last 5 games, he's averaged about 20 points, man. So he's been balling. With Westbrook back in the fold, I don't know how things gonna go. If it was no Westbrook, you could probably look at his rebounds, assists, PRAs, fantasy scoring, all of that, right? So uh, Westbrook. Speaking of Westbrook, let's just see what they're gonna say about Westbrook here. Nothing. He's available, right? Uh, what about Murray? He's probable. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. 56 minutes here. Uh, yeah. So that's what I'm looking at there, right? I need some injury news. Need some injury news for them to just drop some lines. I'll be on Williams rebounds no matter what if he plays. Speaking of Williams here, let's go back here and um, I need to. So Diabate didn't play yesterday. Diabate didn't play yesterday. Nurkic played yesterday. Nurkic played 18 minutes, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. The assist is what he'll do, right? He'll give you he's an outlet, right? He'll give you some assists. You know what I'm saying? He has that ability, right? Rebounds and things like that. You'll just have to wait to see what type of role he's going to play and whatever the case may be with that. He played 18 minutes. Um, Williams played 29. I would like to see him get in that 30, 32 range. Wasn't in foul trouble. I just felt like he could have took more advantage of that matchup yesterday. He took 7 field goal attempts. I would like to see him take at least 12 shots, right? Mark Williams, 12 shots at least. Um, I didn't like yesterday's output at all. One more rebound, I could have cashed my double double play I got for plus 105, but I don't know, right? But I will tell you this: Nurkic was old teammates with Joker, and every time Joker sees this guy, he Hulk smashes this guy, right? So don't be surprised, right? Don't be surprised if that happens. Um, Historically, Michael Porter Jr. has balled versus this team here. And power forwards have been looking good versus uh, Charlotte, right? Over the course of the season, they they've been one of those teams that have been giving it up. They don't play at the fastest pace, but they've been around this area all season long and giving up points to the power forward position. All right. Um, this Phoenix game here, it's going to be a good same game parlay atmosphere, right? What I need to do is I've slept, right? I did not know that Wimby was out last game. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was out, ruled out. No, I don't know what happened, but Bassey is out. Bismack, Biombo, Bismack. They signed Bismack. Um, Mamu Shavesky. Now, Mamu should be the one. Mm, Mamu's probably going to get the start, right? He can go out there and get rebounds and things of that nature. I bet on him a lot in the preseason. But mm, yeah, Jeremy Sohan, he'll probably get a minutes bump. He can rebound. Sometimes he'll go out there. So he's got a 12 rebound game here, 8 rebounds, 7, 9. Sometimes he'll go out there and have himself an outlier game, especially in the rebounding category. So he's somebody that you could take a look at there. He had 12 rebounds and 14 points versus Phoenix one game this year in December. Um, got hurt for a little while, but Jeremy Sohan is one of those guys that will go out there and rebound. It's gonna be interesting though, man. Sohan, I mean, I would have damn. They love to bring Mamu off the bench, so I couldn't tell you who's gonna be starting. Right, Bassey, he's out. He's a decent rebounder as well, but I don't know who would be starting here. I don't. Right, I don't. Which leads me to the other side here, which would be Nick Richards, his rebounds are in play here. You can be scarce of his minutes. Sometimes he gets his full allotment. Sometimes he don't. Right? They got two or three bigs to Plumlee and Richards and stuff like that. Um, the defense here is kind of like uh, what's kind of like scaring me a little bit because Wimby was doing a lot. A lot of block shots and things like that. But there's not gonna be too much restraint on that back end now. Looking at the defensive rating here, um, last 10 games, um, Phoenix Suns number 26 down there, and San Antonio Spurs. Both of these teams have been in the bottom third in the defense efficiency last 10 games. Last 5 games, looking at defensive rating, I mean, you can take a look here. San Antonio and Phoenix Suns, they kind of like pat, right? Staying at the same. And in that time span, Phoenix Suns are 1-4, and San Antonio Spurs are 2-3. So, what's the total in this game? 238 and a half. I'm just looking at. I'm looking at San Antonio having to try to outscore these boys here. So when you're looking at the points prop here, I mean, it's steep at 26, 25 and a half, but Darren Fox points are in play. Devin Vassell points are in play. Castle points are in play. They're going to have to put up some points, and believe it or not, Chris Paul points are in play. I damn near want to look at his points more than I'm looking at his assists right now, right? If you're going to be out there, you're going to have to put up some points now because you ain't going to be, yeah, yeah, Fox definitely. He's gonna have to get out here and show these boys what's what. But you have to get out here and ball. And Castle, it's gonna be interesting play. Castle gonna be interesting play here, man, because Castle is in play, bro. Straight up, Castle, Castle is in play. So um, they're gonna have to collectively make this up. He only he the regular season right here, right? So he played 24, 20, 29, 31. He's given 33, 15, 16, and 20. Castle's points are sitting at where? 13 and a half. It's going to have to be in play, bro. It's going to have to be in play. It's going to have to. And Fox, let me see. Either that or get their ass blown out. Now, defensively, I'm not a fan of neither one of these teams' defense. And like I said, these boys just took a hit. With no Wemby, that took a hit, man. It took a hit. So we don't have lines out. Okay, we got some lines out. So, we would have we will have Bradley Beal in the fold too. So, I mean, right now his points prop, Tyus Jones is only sitting at 9.5, and like those numbers are kind of screwed, right? Versus San Antonio Spurs here, he did give him 16 points on December 3rd. Who was in December 3rd? Who played that game? Bradley Beal was in. Booker was in. Kevin Durant was in. So the 9.5 points. Um, he's went over this number versus this team every time he just about he played them. So Tyus Jones' points are in play. You can look at his points. You can look at his assists, whatever the case may be, right? You know, um, and that's just the low points line. But I can see instances where he don't even try to be aggressive offensively, right? He's hit this number in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Of course, Bradley Beal was missed some games, so that's something that you can definitely take a look at there. And in the assist category here, his assist prop sitting at 5.5. Teams have hit this number 7 of their last 10 games versus this defense. So it's a lot of green here. Whether you look at his assist, his 3 point prop sitting at 1.5, all green, right? Rebound prop sitting at 8. I mean 2.5 at plus money. That's green. Now the rebound prop, he's hit this number in 6 of his last 10 games, including 4 straight. You'll get that at plus 100 for 2.5 rebounds. So it's a lot of things that you can look at. He's hit his 3 point prop, and this one here at minus 136, I definitely like it. I like the threes because I like to bet threes. We know it's a 3 point shooting league, but at the end of the day, I can see instances where this game could probably come out of hand, get out of hand, right? This game will be played, and I think it'll be played in a neutral site in Texas somewhere. So technically, it probably could be like a home game for Detroit. I mean, for the Spurs. But long story short, I can see these boys coming to get busy on them, right? So just I don't have to go extensively, but anything is possible here. Centers here, the rebound prop is sitting at 8.5 for Nick Richards. Um, Never know, Nick Richards can probably go out there and put up a 10 rebound or plus 10 rebound plus game here. So that's something that is not out of the realm of possibilities. You'll definitely get plus money for that. Versus this team, January 12th, he gave these boys 12 points and 8 boards. But on the season here, they ain't been looking good versus centers. When it comes to defending them, they're fourth in giving up points. The rebounds are kind of like meh, but you gotta figure. Wemby does play on the perimeter a lot. It's not gonna be like that today, right? It's not gonna be like that today. So I don't think they're gonna have like a big like that on the perimeter. So um, that's kind of like, man. So let's see. Nick Richards, you'll get a double double for him at plus 270. I'm probably gonna sprinkle on it, or maybe just cop out and take the rebounds at 10 at plus money, because I know you can get plus money for 10 rebounds for him, and you'll get 10 rebounds for him at what, plus 100. So, and like I said, the double double at plus 270. So, you know what I'm saying? 12 rebounds for him at plus 230, 14 rebounds at plus 500. So, it'll be interesting. It will be interesting here. This will be an interesting game. I do not like 8.5s though, man. That shit's kind of. I probably would rather take an 8, a solid 8 on Prize Picks if that's the case, if I can get it. But yeah, Kevin Durant to Booker's, those guys are self-explanatory. So whatever, right? Whatever. Um, in order for these guys to win this game, they're gonna have to put up some points, and you gotta look at Fox. You gotta look at Fox. You gotta look at Fox. You gotta look at Vassell. These guys, 2.5 threes for Vassell. I like it. I do. and or his points. I haven't bet Castle for threes. I haven't bet that. The 1.5 threes for Tyus Jones is in play. It's wrong with Bradley Beal. I'm not betting no threes for Booker. I'm not betting no threes for Durant. I'm just not gonna let those guys sell me, right? So it is what it is. It's a bunch of plays there now that I look at it. That I look at, it's a bunch of plays. Um, Last but not least, there it's the Lakers and Portland Trailblazers game, right? So Lakers on a back-to-back here, and you know, outside the usual suspects, what I'm looking at here is going to be, like I said yesterday, was Donovan Clingan. I got his rebounds at 11, 10 and a half at plus money. Um, do I want to go all in on it? I don't think so, right? But should he get there? Yeah. It's, can they run him off the floor, right? Or do they plan on using him as a force? I would I would use him, impose his will on these guys, whatever the case may be, right? Um, Looking at Klingon, you know, as long as he stay out of foul trouble, he's a big time robo rebounder and things of that nature, right? Um, They played these guys in back to back games. I love to target good rebounding centers versus Vucevic. I mean versus uh, um, Jokic. He's got 21 rebounds versus Jokic came back and had 17 rebounds. How good is that? I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He had 21 points the first game and 7 rebounds. Then had 17 rebounds and 20. I mean, 17 points and 20 rebounds. So put the young man to work, right? I took his points. I took his rebounds at 10.5 on DraftKings at plus money and don't know what you're gonna get it at on FanDuel. I'll take a look right here on FanDuel. 10.5 at plus money. Okay, double for him plus 140. Right now we got that out the way. Now in the event that they go small ball stuff like that, you can look at guys like I don't know how they're gonna if and how they're gonna still play Robert Williams. Right, he's questionable. On the 8th, he played 8 minutes, 24 minutes, 21 minutes. I mean, he's not playing a lot, right? So that's one thing. They can go small ball 5, and that's when Avija comes into play. You know, when you look at Avija, you can look at him for rebounds and assists, PRAs, points plus rebounds, things of that nature. I think points plus rebounds will probably be the one if you're looking to target him. So points plus rebounds. Right now it's at 22 and you can look at his rebounds and assists too. It's at 10 and a half, right? So, I could look at some of those numbers without Aiton. Um, but the one that caught my eye without Aiton was Jeremy Grant, right? So I don't know the injury status of Jeremy Grant. I didn't check that, but he is questionable with a Q tag. He hasn't played since the 8th, right? So here's a guy that we have to keep an eye on his injury status because without Aiton, he looks like he's he could be one of the beneficiaries. Now, when you're looking at the point guard, the power forward position, I don't know. Now you're looking at Luca. You got potentially have Luca and LeBron out there, right? These guys aren't good. I mean, they don't want to stick defense like that, right? We seen that last night when we got the usage out of I mean, the boy just started going. He started balling from the start. What's the boy name? Bridges. He started getting busy from the start. This guy, Jeremy Grant, ain't no stranger shooting that ball. He ain't no stranger. Now, um, I looked at the rebound prop for him, and power forwards have been getting busy versus the Lakers the last 10 games. As you can see, his rebound prop, I never betted on Jeremy Grant rebounds because I know he is sell. But Man, you gotta take a look at this, man. I mean, 8 of their last 10 games to this number here. Um, Derrick Jones Jr. didn't get there, and Kyle Kuzma somehow didn't get there. He only played 20 minutes, probably came back, whatever the case may be from injury. But um, yeah, I mean, you look head to head versus this team. I'm looking at Jeremy Grant numbers head to head versus the Lakers, and he's been hitting this rebound prop, man. I can't take nothing away from him. So the 3.5 rebounds are in prop if nothing in play if nothing's else. Did I mind? Did I say his points? His points not this year. I mean, well, he played 31 minutes. I don't know what happened here. He only had 3 points, 1 for 12. He sold on December 8th. But, um, prior to that game versus last year and beyond, he was smoking versus this team, but he was a higher usage player. I mean, last year, 15 or more shots right here, as you can see. So, but can he hit his points prop? Yeah, he can. But, we want to know he's going to be in and out, in and or out. And then Tamani Kamara, right? Don't know what position they're gonna run him at. If that's there's I seen his rebounds at 6.5. I seen it at 6.5, but they might have snatched him off the board, right? They might have snatched him off the board. We need to see what's gonna happen. Okay, there he is right there, 6.5. I need to see what's gonna happen, right? But I'm not even gonna bet it. This is who I'm betting on right here. Donovan Clingan already took his 10.5 rebounds. If he get plays off the floor, he won't hit it. That's just what's going to happen. But if they impose their will and say, hey, we rolling with Donovan Clingan no matter what, we're going to run through few plays through him, then I see instances where he can hit his point prop, his rebound prop. So, what was this? Rebound. Damn, did I see money come in on that shit? Wasn't it just plus money? I could have sworn it was just plus money when I looked at it at 10.5. And now it's at what? Minus 128. I got it at plus money last night, but damn, where's it at? Or was that his points? Okay, that was his points I was looking at. My bad. 10.5 on his points. That was what I was looking at. His rebounds it will be at 11.5 soon. So, um, the Anthony Simons and stuff like that, those guys, they're definitely gonna have to step up in the scoring category. So that's a no brainer. So don't forget about your Anthony Simons, whether it's points and or threes. But I'm feeling I feel like Jeremy Grant is playing. You get the 1/2 threes for him as a parlay piece. I feel like he's playing, and he's one guy that I think it will get a few extra shots, man. So don't forget about your Jeremy Grants, bro. I feel like he should get a few extra shots in his spot if he plays to help keep up the offensive. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Who's gonna guard him? I don't know, but if he's coming out at that 4, um, you know, uh, the numbers is pretty green here. It's pretty green here. So you can look at his points plus rebounds. You can look at his rebounds. You can also look at his points. And like I said, from the power forward spot here, they do have points plus rebounds out at 17.5, and uh, there's a 9 to 10 hit rate. Of course, it's a low number. Of course, it's a low number, but uh, if I use some of these filters, some of this will come down. Let's see. So let's say on average, they got these guys taking 14 field goal attempts. He's only taken on average in his last 10 games, he's only taken 11, right? So I would probably give him probably 12 field goal attempts, right? I would give him 12 field goal attempts here. Would I cap him off that? I'll say probably 10 to 15, right? Let's see, field goal attempts here. I'll say let's just go between 10 to 15 just to get a brief look at how things could play out here. 10 to 15. 10 to 15 shot attempts. Let's see. So, this points line, when they taking 10 to 15 points shots, 10 to 15 shots. They're 7 to 10 to this points line. What's up? What's up? What's up, Lucci? And similar guys who's hit this number, 10 to 15 shots this year. Um, Jaron Jackson hit this number in the L. Well, I don't know who won that game, but Jaron Jackson hit this number at 20 and 8 and 13 shot attempts. Um, John Collins, 14 shot attempts, 21 points. Julius Randle, 13 shot attempts, 18 points. And then 13 shot attempts for long story short, people been hitting this number, bro. And 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 a decent amount of shot attempts as well. And then the 3 pointers, 8 of 10, and then the rebounds, 9 of 10, right? At 3.5, right? Now, like I said, he's not the best rebounder. He's not. Um, and if we want to decipher, let's say if he can hit this rebound prop, let's look at. Mm, I don't know about that. In his last 10 games, he's averaged, I want to say, 7 rebound chances. By the Lakers being kind of small here, uh, how about I just take off the points, the attempts, and just filter to rebound chances? I want to see something here. Nobody's gonna hit that shit with those rebound chances he got. What is he's averaging? What? He's terrible. 6.7. Let's go between. Let's go between. They won't let me filter between rebound chances. More than. How about between? Okay, between 4 and 8. Let's just see, because that motherfucker don't get that many. So between 4 and 8 rebound chances, the 3.5 line was hit by uh, Kyle Filipowski, Harrison Barnes again, Durant, Keegan Murray, Reese Shea, and these guys are just about his caliber. I mean, you got Derrick Jones Jr. and yeah, these guys about his caliber, right? So, and definitely a chance he don't get there in the rebound. Definitely a chance he don't get there in the rebounds, right? But I do like the number. Um, the state of this of the Lakers lineup right now, where you got Jackson Hayes who's allergic to rebounds. Um, I can see instances where he could probably get there, right? Not a guarantee, right? Not a guarantee. And I also see instances where, um, Avija, you know what I'm saying, have himself a game, right? Um, Kamara have himself a game, even in the rebounds or uh, maybe the scoring category. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have any numbers versus the Lakers. That's interesting, but he can pop out, you know, because he's playing a ton of minutes. 37, 34, 34, 34, 30, 38. His rebound props in there plus money for 6.5. He's shown the ability to hit a double-digit rebound line here and there. 9 rebounds versus OKC. They give him up to this type of player. Miami, Phoenix 7, 8 for Memphis. So we'll see what's gonna happen, man. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. We will see. We will see, right? We will see. Um, mm, we'll see. Damn. Jeremy Grant threes. I want to take a look at his threes one time here. Rui been playing some ball. All right, then. So I'll tell you a few things I like, right? I missed out on the number. I missed out on the number here. Um, Truth be told, I still like the money line here, right? I like Memphis Grizzlies money line. Line fishy as hell, but more. I ain't gonna say more importantly, but more from a prop standpoint, we still dealing with a 250 over under here, right? We still dealing with a 250 over under here. I do like Memphis Grizzlies to win this game, so uh, you know I'm terrible when it comes to picking games. Y'all know that I'm terrible when it comes to picking games. Boston Celtics game. Hey, you never know. This game could be competitive. Look, the 26 and a half points here for Joel Embiid is interesting. Now, you remember the last game they played? I don't know what happened, right? I don't know what happened with Maxi. You know what I'm saying? I didn't bet on Maxi. I did not, but I don't know what happened, bro. In that game, if you know what happened in that game, you can tell me. I have no clue, right? Tyrese Maxey went out there and he went 1 for 9 from the field, 1 for 7 for 3 for 5 points. I don't know what happened, bro. I have no clue what happened. So don't ask me. MB is gonna do what MB does. So it is what it is, right? Um, he's gonna do what he does. Um, I think he can hit this points prop. Um, so I like it. I couldn't talk you off of it, the threes or anything like that, right? Um, is he gonna give you the chance to hit that? Yeah. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. Why Maxie wasn't? I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know what happened that game. I wonder if they talked about that shit over the All Star break. Who knows? Um, like I said, this Pacers game, no matter what, I like this game overall for, you know what I'm saying, as a pace up matchup for stats. So I like this game for stats. Now, I wanted to take the 3 for Miles Turner, but it came out too high. At 2.5, it came out too high. Memphis, they are in the green, they're giving up threes, you know, but I can't take the 2.5 out the gate. I can't. Now, maybe the 1.5 on a parlay piece, and then just maybe the 1.5 on a parlay piece, and then maybe live bet the 2.5. But I just can't. Desmond Bain look good, all that shit. Them guys look good. This is my son's school. Let me answer this. Hello. What's the problem? All right, your bus gonna be late. All right, Cleveland, Brooklyn Nets playing slow right now. I did want to run a check on Damian. I mean, on the boy assist prop here. D'Angelo Russell is at our parlay piece at minus 160. I just can't. I can't trust him right now. Right. Uh, until I see his minutes allotment go up, but I can't trust him right now. 26, 23, 26, 16, 23. Like, I need to see some 30s, man, straight up. Um, he hasn't hit that assist prop. And so while there's some, they playing at a slow ass pace in the game, like they playing at the slowest pace in the league, and it's just I can't right, I can't. As you can see, I just don't want to. I don't want to right now. I'm straight. So Evan Mobley historically has had a great, 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 great. His last 2 or 3 games has been great versus his team, and I couldn't talk you off the threes for Cam Johnson. He is that good of a 3-point shooter. He's that good. But I can't do it. The Bulls, Cat, everything, right? Karl Anthony Towns, everything. And some other ancillary plays was looking at was the rebound prop for Jalen Brunson. I lean towards the over, but I like it at the 2.5, right? That's where it came out at 2.5. That's where I like it at 2.5. But right now it's at 3.5, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there. The assist prop for Karl Anthony Towns is coming out at 3.5. I like that, right? Outside of everything else, I do like the 2.5, the 3.5 assist prop for Karl Anthony Towns, and everything else. Everything else. The Bulls, it's kind of hard for me to put a pinpoint on what they doing, what they want to do, or whatever the case may be. And these boys, the Bulls beat them last 2 games. Precious Achua, if you're feeling froggy, you can get a double double for Precious Achua at plus 220. Josh Giddey has historically played well versus this team as well. Um, Orlando Magic's, it's going to be Paulo and Franz for me are nothing, right? You can find some way to same game parlay them up or whatever the case may be. I couldn't talk you over that either, right? You can get 20.5 points for Paulo, and you can get Franz for probably 22, 23 points, and that'll probably come out to plus money right there, right? These two guys here on the same game parlay, 20.5 points and 22 points, 23 points can get you a minus 113. I think that's a good straight bet right there. I mean, I think that's a good parlay right there. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I'm gonna play those guys in some shape, form, or fashion. Throw them in the same game parlay. Probably a 3 leg to get to plus money somehow, some way. Um, the the Bucks and the Clippers. Looking at James Harden points here. Um, if you feel like you want to play his points right now, I'd say go for it. Um, the early questioning tags are never good for somebody. So what's the name? Just got the early questionable tag. I don't like it, right? My guess is he'd probably be out Norman Powell. So you can look at James Harden. James Harden just gave these boys 40, right? You could probably look at more scoring opportunities for Kawhi Leonard. Um, I don't think they have anybody over there to check him. They'll have to put somebody like Torian Prince on him, probably. Um, Giannis, if he goes, he's in play. Dame Lillard, defensively is barbecue chicken, but if he goes, whatever the case may be, it is what it is, right? Brooke Lopez, the 3 ball should be in play for him. No Bobby Portis for the foreseeable future for right now, and then he's gonna have to do something, right? You can't just the 4.5 rebounds. Like, come on, bro. You need to go out there and hit that prop. He needs to hit that prop. Now, last time these two teams played, he only had 4 rebounds, but historically he's hit it more versus this team. I couldn't talk you off of it if you want to take a cheap stab at this rebound prop. I couldn't talk you off of it. The Hornets, like I say, I'm always gonna like the starting center rebounds versus Jokic. So that's a play here. I don't know if this kid is gonna play on a back to back, but I think he could get this rebound prop, possible double double here. We'll see, right? Um, LaMelo Ball, if he plays, I like his points, threes. Um, I probably wouldn't take the under on Fox points, and the ancillary guys scores are in play. However you want to look at it. Devin Vassell points plus threes. Um, even Chris Paul numbers are in play. Castle numbers are in play. We need to keep an eye out on who's going to start at center. If you want to gamble here, you can take a gamble on the 10 rebounds or the double double for somebody like Nick Richards, getting good value at plus 220, right? Um, you're getting good value at the 10 points for Tyus Jones as well. Um, Bradley Beal's, I'm not fucking with his points, even though he probably gonna hit it. But really, really, we need to know is who's gonna start at center. That's the big question. Who's gonna start at center for these for the Spurs, right? That's really big because uh, you might be able to get some value on his on that on the Spurs center's points uh, rebound prop. And the Lakers, I mean Klingon, definitely Klingon. I've taken his rebounds already. Um, Klingon, and um, we'll see who's gonna play on this back to back. And that just about sums this one up. 1 second. Hold on. Hello. Yeah, I'm about to get off though. What's up? What's that you just sent me? I'm finna call you back for like 5 minutes. Mm. All right. Well, now we can take a look at some of the plays that I did have to the side over here. The Jaren Jackson threes. I like this game, right? The 1.5 threes, they're in play for me. I haven't gotten there. The Jada Brunson 2.5 rebounds, haven't gotten there. Carlton Towns 2.5 assists as a parlay piece. That's a parlay piece. Carnegie Towns 1.5 threes. That's a parlay piece. Um, De'Aaron Fox. This was yesterday, right? 22.5 points. That's where it opened up at. Now it's at 25.5. I pondered on it. Didn't get there, and look what I do. I lose value, right? That's just and then these lines were kind of stale too, because these lines were been out even before yesterday. These lines been out, so I'll be kind of like looking forward to tomorrow. But Jaren Jackson Jr. Points plus rebounds, or that's in play. Drew Holiday 3.5 rebounds, that's in play. Um, Jalen Brown 5.5 rebounds. Could hit. He could get there. These are plays that I didn't play though. John Morant in a good spot to score some points, but probably even better spot to drop some dimes. We'll see. Franz Wagner points and or threes. Jeremy Grant 13.5 points where it opened up at. Now it's at 14.5. Jeremy Grant 3.5 rebounds is a lean. Derek Wright is in a good spot for his just a good spot in general. His points prop and his threes. Drew Holiday, I had his rebounds up there twice. Brown, I had his rebounds up there twice. Naismith, 2.5 rebounds is a spot for him to. It's a spot, right? It's a spot. Um, Brooke Lopez, 4.5 rebounds. I'm so scared to bet that. Nick Smith Jr. If you think there's gonna be no LaMelo Ball, you can take his points and or his threes. In his last 3 games, in 3 of his last 4 games in February that LaMelo Ball didn't play, he had 4 threes or better, I want to say. Tyus Jones, 1.5 threes and or his assists and or his 9.5 points could be in play, or he could just go out there and not take any fucking shots. That's just what he will do. I like him a little bit better when there's no Bradley Beal, right? So those are some plays that you can decipher through. You know what I'm saying? Those are some plays that you can decipher through. One official, probably going to be 2 official, because I might make Nick Richards rebounds in an official play, but definitely. And then the money line, uh, my money line play would be Memphis Grizzlies at a minus 135. That's what I've seen. A minus 135, right? Minus 135. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I'm about to tweet out a 6 man, and I'm gonna put some in the Dub Club. If you want to, if you want to support me, a good way to support me is the Dub Club. Only $5 a month. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to drop some plays in there right now. Peace out until tomorrow, fam.